What's up, guys? I'm here at om.life Wellness in Jersey City, and we're going to learn about cryo. Come on. All right, we're actually here in the cryo room with Anand. So what do we got going on?
Yeah, so we're here at om.life, and this is cryotherapy right here. So it's a 3-minute hypercooling treatment. It goes anywhere from negative 249 all the way down to negative 321 degrees. It's colder than the coldest part of the moon at night.
How do we not just freeze and crumble while we're in there?
Absolutely. So a couple things. It's only 3 minutes, right? So you can stand anything for 3 minutes. Your head is outside of the chamber, so you're going to be breathing the natural air. And then it's a dry cold. So liquid nitrogen here, that cools the chamber down, and there's no moisture involved. So if you had moisture, then you could get frostbite or something like that. But because of that, the 3 minutes, and then also your body is just able to withstand it for 3 minutes. You're good to go.
Very good. What are the benefits with this as far as are people just use it for training mostly, right?
So there's so many benefits to it. Like we have a lot of athletes that come in. It's really good for muscle recovery. It moves around all the lactic acid in the body, so you're getting fresh, oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood. As you get so cold, all the blood rushes to your vital organs to protect it. Right? In that process, for 3 minutes, it's going to circulate through your heart, through your lungs, through your kidneys, picks up the nutrients, picking up oxygen, and then once you're out, the blood vessels open back up. All that fresh oxygenated blood is now rushing to the rest of your body. You feel this crazy endorphin rush, and you get all this fresh blood supply to those areas that are inflamed or in pain or sore. So other people who come out of like surgery, you get more blood supply for that, so they do it pretty often. People are in pain, rheumatoid arthritis, lots of different conditions.
So does insurance cover this?
Right now, insurance does not cover it, so I know.
That's because my mom was like, I bet it should cover it. And I said, I bet it doesn't.
Yeah.
That they're not gonna.
I think there's some special uses for it.
Because I've never been offered this. Any injury, anything.
I'm surprised, yeah.
Never been offered any of this. That's my other thing, stem cells. Why are they not, when you get done with surgery?
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna shoot the area.
Right.
Or even with your own plate.
Because it's a too quick
PRP.
cure. Yeah, the PRP is amazing. Like you just regenerate all new.
They can centrifuge your own blood while you get the procedure done, you know?
That's what I mean. I don't get why they're
yeah.
not doing all this stuff, but
it's not too profitable.
yeah,
Long term.
to actually patch people up at once and then send them on their way.
Let them have a good life, right?
Yeah. No, we need
Maybe it's a
recurring
independent
customers.
program to start, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. You know,
Incentives, you know?
they are looking into trying to.
Yeah, so I know there's some use cases for it. Right now, you know, some people are doing medical studies on cryotherapy, the efficiency of it for rheumatoid arthritis. That was the reason it was invented in Japan for that particular reason. And there's really good success from it. And then they're looking at injury and muscle relief as well.
Well, that's what I'm trying. I got a stiff knee here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get the bend the rest of the way.
Oh, it'll be.
We'll help you out today for sure. You're going to be doing the cryo, and you're also going to be doing Normatec, which is a dynamic air compression massage. Socks and then slippers, so you're going to have 2 and 2. And then you're going to step inside here.
This reminds me of the last time I was lit on fire.
So you step inside here. You're going to press the button so we know you're ready, and we'll come back inside.
Okay.
Once you're in, you close the door.
Perfect. Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Dude, I asked you before.
I know that, and I didn't have to, and now I have
no,
to.
and one more time.
Just making it difficult.
Yeah.
What's up? Am I supposed to be hiding in here?
Yes. So turning the liquid line open so liquid nitrogen can come inside the chamber. What's that guy who sings "You Raise Me Up"?
So I can fly on mountains and Josh Groban.
Josh Groban, yeah, you gotta sing that song.
Oh yeah. You lift me up. Yeah, and you have to do it out of tune.
So I get that thing over my head?
So we don't use it because of COVID, the thing.
Yeah.
So, alright, so we're keeping you basically, it's like shoulder length or whatever, so everything above. You're going to breathe the air above you. You want to keep your knees slightly bent, and the reason you don't want to lock them out and just have all the blood leave there, just because you might feel a little, huh?
Pass out?
You won't pass out, no. Just keep it slightly bent. At any point, you can let us know if it's too much, we can shut it down, but you're a tough guy, I think you can handle it.
I'm too dumb to quit, I've said.
So when it's over, I'm going to open the door slightly and the lift is going to come down slowly. So just wait for the mist to clear, wait for the lift to come all the way down before taking a step outside.
All right.
Right? Because you're 2 feet up in the air right now. We don't want you like stepping out and like hurting yourself. So, ready to go?
Yep.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start you out on the moderate. It's 278. We're going to have a little heat element to it first to just kind of loosen the body, and then it's going to go into pre-cool. If you look over your right shoulder, you'll be able to see the temperature as it's dropping. It's kind of a cool thing to do when it's going down to the negatives. Yeah, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask.
No, let's do it.
So Clint, you got your socks, slippers, glove liners, and gloves?
Yep.
All right.
The socks are pulled all the way up.
Sweet. Let's do it. Now he's getting a little bit of initial heat, kind of relax the body. How many nerves he might have.
Feels good, like a womb, until hell freezes over. How long did you like BMX for?
FMX.
FMX, okay.
What's FMX?
Sorry. I mean,
That's alright.
motocross.
Well, it's freestyle motocross. But it's not like it really matters. But, 16 years as a job.
Right.
Wow.
And I raced motocross for 3 years, or professional race for 3 years before that, and for a while. So.
All right, so now check out the temperature. You see it dropping dramatically. So we get down to 278. And since it's your first time,
But it's a dry pool.
it's a dry pool. It ain't no thing. You can do anything for 3 minutes. All right, session just started.
Alright, 3 minutes.
Do your Wim Hof breathing or whatever you do.
I'm not necessarily a fan of being cold.
No? Who is, really? And if it's okay if you shiver, it's actually good. Like your
Yeah, it's a
body
great
is
response,
like really,
yeah.
really
If you stay
responds.
loose a little, like that knee especially, like just pedal your feet around a little.
That means
What do you do right now for recovery?
for what?
Recovery for the knee.
I have it looks like a igloo cooler thing with has a hose comes off of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I'll do that, and it has a sleeve for my knee, so I'll do that sometimes. I actually take wild lettuce,
Okay.
which helps with inflammation a lot, and I actually feel like that's kind of the best as far as for inflammation.
Wild lettuce, huh?
That's good, yeah.
Interesting. Where you get it?
Oh, that's new information.
Just order it online.
Is it a supplement like a
Yeah.
powder? Okay.
Capsules.
So you think that's the best anti-inflammatory out there?
Well, that's worked for me. Yeah.
Wow.
Like kratom works for pain,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help with inflammation. I don't think. Now I'm getting cold.
Yeah, there you go. Smiling through.
It doesn't help like that does, and that's supposed to be antiviral, antibacterial as well.
Talk about kratom?
No,
Oh, wild lettuce.
well that is.
It's
Yeah, kratom's
anti-COVID.
pretty awesome, dude.
It's anti-COVID.
Yeah, exactly. You can't say that now.
I know.
Yeah, you're an anti-CDC guy. Report you. crock of
Dude,
shit.
they just come out with guideline after guideline, man.
Such a crock of shit. You got 45 seconds left. You're doing great, buddy.
You can cut all that out. Or not.
Or leave it in.
Or leave it.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just cold.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Doing phenomenal.
Yeah, man, we're hitting that mark.
Seconds. You got this. Just wait for the lift to clear, or to lift to go all the way down, and mist to clear, and then you can step down. All right, with 3 seconds left, I'm just going to open the door. I'll step outside, and you can get out of there. And 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it.
So cold. So cold. Holy shit. It like, don't even feel that cold on your skin, but then all of a sudden you just start shivering, you don't even know why. And then my muscles all tightened up. But other than shivering, that's the worst part. How often would a person normally do the,
It really depends on what they're looking to get done. Like, so if you're doing it
like
for
my knee, let's say my knee,
Yeah.
chronic, it's swollen all the time, it's like a chronic issue.
I would say 3 times a week.
Uh-huh.
It would be good because it's a cumulative effect. You don't want to just do it once. Like,
Right.
how's it mean, by the way?
It feels better.
Yeah.
It was kind of tight, and I wanted to pay attention to that coming in because that was actually like a thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to how it is now, and then see what it does. But it does feel immediately. It feels looser than it just was this morning.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most tight, right? Like, where was it before?
Today it actually went down. Yesterday was real bad, and today actually wasn't that bad. So on a level of what it is normally tight, probably like a 6.
Okay, now.
Maybe, and now like at least a 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's after one session.
Yeah.
Right, and also you just came out, so you're still gonna
Yeah.
get the benefits. Like, you feel like a little bit of endorphin rush, like all the blood's moving around, so it's gonna carry with you throughout the
Yeah.
day. And then we're also gonna get the Normattac, which is actually gonna start squeezing the shit out of your knee and pushing all that lactic acid out. Let's get some more blood flow in there, some more oxygen.
Perfect.
And yeah. let's see
Why
how it
aren't they doing this all the time with especially injuries?
Gotta ask the medical profession about that. Well, a lot of athletes are doing it. Most of the NBA teams, NFL teams have one.
Yeah, but my point is, everybody has to seek that out on their own.
Yeah, they're not being prescribed to do it.
No one's being prescribed. So the average person that's not putting all the research into finding out that this stuff is a thing is not getting it.
No, absolutely. That's why we do a really, like, we do a big job in trying to educate everyone, because all it is you're going into a cold environment and allowing your body to heal itself.
Yeah.
That's really it. It's been done for thousands of years,
Yeah.
if not millions of years. You know, people in these tribes, they would go into cold waters and they, kind of like regenerate their body, or they go into saunas. Native Americans,
Right.
the sweat lodges. It just kind of basically, you put your body into that such an uncomfortable position that it has to start like repairing itself.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what it is.
How is it that we're such an advanced society now and we're so out of touch with all these things that have been done for such a long time?
Yeah, that's a great question. But the goal of om.life is to bring ancient knowledge and marry it with modern technology. And that was my goal from the beginning, because I've been lucky to be exposed to like some ancient civilization knowledge through like ancient India and all these kind of healing modalities, ancient China, like the medicine.
There's something to that. We like
Yeah.
to go, oh, whatever, but there's that's why that stuff was done. And I think that we're really missing the mark, not trying to, like you said, marry those two things together, even with injury recovery or anything like that with health. Why aren't we trying? Yeah, I agree that modern medicine is obviously amazing and there's a place for it.
100%.
But
if you
we're
have
going
if you have a broken arm, you're gonna go to a doctor, or you know.
right. But we're going directly to
that.
medicines and all that type of stuff without exploring stuff like this. Why, instead of people taking harmful rheumatoid arthritis medicine, they should be prescribed this so many times a week or whatever, you know. That seems like that would be much better than putting some kind of harmful chemical into your body
Yeah.
to
Which is gonna have a
affect one
long-term
thing.
effect.
Like, well, that's the thing. You take it for this one thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, inevitably going to affect other parts of your body. I don't see how people don't get this.
I don't know. It's like just this cycle of. First of all, they have to inject that information in your mind. Like this is the only route, right? It's so simple. Like if you just change your eating habits, if you go into a more alkaline diet and stay away from a lot more acidic foods, you can have way less inflammation in your body.
Yeah.
Why don't people do it? It seems like it's easier to just pop a pill than actually make a dietary choice or make a lifestyle choice, exercise more, invest more in self-recovery, self-love, floating, saunas, all this kind of stuff. Yoga even is phenomenal. But yeah, that's the challenge we're in society. We're so far advanced technologically, but in terms of spiritual and nutritional health, we're so far, backwards.
Maybe we're bringing it back to the center here, and they're finally going to get married up correctly to where it's like a little of each.
Well, that's the goal. That's why I opened this place up.
Awesome.
Is because I want that, and I know it's going to help society.
And once you guys came to the show and we met you, I was like, we definitely need to, especially to my people, the dirt bike side of things, need to address this type of stuff and put it out there if it can be useful for those guys, because I know a lot of guys are
proactive
feeling,
recovery is so important for you guys. Like don't wait for something to happen where you're all out of alignment. You need to take care of it right away, whether it's your posture, whether it's the movement, whether it's cold baths, things like that.
Yeah.
These are things that are going to help you have a longer career, make more money, be more fulfilled.
Well, I talk about all the time, being imbalanced is terrible, because you inevitably start to, your body naturally compensates, which then puts strains on other joints and muscles and causes other problems. So like you said, address it before it becomes your bad leg now affects your back. Now you have bad back because you've been walking, poorly for the last 2 years or something.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. When I was a senior in college, I was doing like some sprints and stuff like that. And I had a very high acidic diet. I was eating French fries, I was eating pizza, I was drinking a lot of alcohol. I tore my hamstring back then, and for so long I still felt it in my hamstring, even into my 30s and mid 30s, and I never really addressed the problem. So I was favoring this one side over the other, and it just leads to so much discomfort in the body overall. You need to take care of, make sure, look at your body as a whole, and not one individual injury to fix that, but leave the rest of the body open.
Or even, I do everything unilaterally just to try and even myself out a lot, and a lot of people don't do that. And like you said, once you get into a pattern where you've had an injury and stuff, and then you don't address that, you go further down that rabbit hole of being imbalanced.
Yeah.
You just use the other arm all.
Yeah.
All right,
So
let's do that.
So what do you want to do?
The leg thing?
Yes.
Yeah, the shorts are much better.
Yeah, so look, I got a plate here. And that's you can see the
And it has
screws.
a hinge?
No,
Okay, good.
it's there.
Yeah, it's there, okay.
They did have to do my meniscus at the same time. So I broke my tibial plateau, tore my meniscus, and then broke compound my tib fib. They came out here. And then,
what injury?
yeah. And then it got infected because I left that. I was at some random hospital in the middle of Texas. So I'm going to a doctor that I know. So I got infected.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
I got infected, and then the incision split open. So you could actually see my tendon. And then they did a skin graft from my groin area on the front. So that, they told me, I had 2 doctors tell me that I might lose my leg.
Yeah.
So I like wrapped my head around that for one day, and then I was like, guess what? We're gonna figure out
Yeah.
what we gotta do to make that not happen.
Yeah.
And then-
Can you stay there for a second?
Yeah.
You gotta have.
Scoot your butt all the way back. And I'm just gonna lean you back.
So this is gonna be like a big massage.
It's like a boa constrictor wrapped around your
I like
your legs. Do you want to get a mask by any chance? Just because we have some
Okay.
friends going to be on it. Can you grab this mask?
so sorry.
We can keep it off for until somebody comes in.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll start out with a 5. Level, it goes all the way to 7. And then in about 2 minutes, you'll know what the true strength of it is. Just make sure it's not compressing around the neck.
I see all the big name motocross guys use this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all athletes pretty much
Every-
have one in
yeah,
their
this is the brand, yeah.
house. They travel with it. All the NBA players. It literally is called, the tagline for this company is Fresh Legs Faster. You do a whole freaking NBA
Triple
game,
left.
you know, you go on this thing and all the lactic acid is pushed out of the system.
Like
I
different
bet they're-
range.
I bet they're doing it in between motos at races.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fit it in a trailer, you know, it's like.
Yeah.
And it's such a short, yeah, you have a small little chair like this, you can do it on the floor, it doesn't matter. We have arms, we have hips, we have this one. So any kind of ailment that your body has, it helps.
Yeah, any lawn chair just turns into a massage chair.
After a nice bicep workout, just get
Yeah.
an arm on and it's
Oh.
right there.
Because motocross drivers have a real hard time with arm pump, it's called.
Oh, yeah, because you're always
Oh, the
this
forearm,
sort of
yeah.
So your forearms, they pump up with so much lactic acid
Yeah.
that like using
Yeah.
your hands becomes
Yeah.
super hard.
I'll be great for that.
Yeah, do that in between races or out of
Oh,
practice
it's a
or
game changer,
something.
dude. Imagine having a competitive advantage over
Yeah.
someone else.
Or after, you gotta either, the only way to really get rid of it is to ride through it. You gotta ride, and your body will adjust and then be able
And
to push
your
it
threshold
down.
goes up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's the only way to do it.
even after years, it's still an issue?
Yeah, like I'd have to blow my arms out in the morning. Practice that morning. It
Wow.
was more about getting my arms to like catch up with the lactic acid.
And what about would you get massages and things like that?
No.
No?
We didn't know that. This is 90.
Yeah. Even just,
90
even just
something.
rolling it out, right? There's so many different ways. But yeah, nobody knew about active recovery
No.
back then. How's the pressure? You want to go higher?
Sure. What's up? I'm just going to give some final thoughts on the Cryo trip to om.life Wellness. I think that the Cryo is an awesome tool. I think it's, especially if you have any type of chronic pain or arthritis, it would be nice if insurance would cover it. Maybe if you have gone and you can, you have a cool doctor, or you can convince them that it is actually helpful, that insurance might pay for it or might pay for some of it, at least help you out. I do think that just like anything, it's a good treatment, but you have to be consistent with it. It's like anything else. If you were going to use ice for injuries, you'd have to do it more than once. So you have to get kind of a routine and get used to going and keep it consistent. I do think, though, it's a really good tool as far as mitigating pain without taking drugs, which is obviously what we want to get away from, unless they're fun drugs, I guess. But so if you do have any arthritis or anything, any type of chronic pain like that, I would consider getting on to a cryo program. I also think that, you may not necessarily need to do, obviously if you work out and you want to help with that type of soreness, you want to do it pretty close to your workout. But I think that more importantly, maybe if you say have an injury or have surgery or something like that, something that's going to cause a lot of inflammation, you can kind of be proactive and go and do cryo during that period of time, because inflammation kind of compounds. So you start out with a little bit of inflammation, and as that swells up and it causes more tightness in the joint or the muscle, and then as you use it, it just gets more and more aggravated. So if you had a surgery and came right out and say iced your, or did cryo or even ice, then you could kind of keep the inflammation down. Once you build up a lot of inflammation, it's harder to get rid of it. So I would say definitely if you're doing any super hard workouts or especially injuries or surgeries or anything like that, you could definitely do something right after for a short period of time. Just be consistent with it, and it would help you for sure. I do think that it helped with the inflammation in my knee. I could feel that it was down a little bit. Again, if I continued to go, I'm sure that I would continue to see progress because, like I said, inflammation compounds. So once you get it to go down and you continue to do that, then, eventually you're going to walk it back to hopefully, very little to none. But please, if you are in New Jersey, especially Jersey City area, please visit om.life Wellness and Anon and the guys and gals down there. Their site is actually om.life, Life. And please tell them that we sent you. I mean, it doesn't... just for them to know that somebody saw this and then actually was like, hey, we're going to go down there and try it. But please try out Cryo. If you can, go to om.life. Those guys were awesome. Really fun talking to them. Mike Romanelli and I are going to try and schedule a float tank session. So that will be Mike and I. So I'm going to do the same thing. Go down there, take the camera, film it all, get mine and his, observations or feelings about the tanks and how we feel it worked. And, if it got a little crazy in there, you never know. But thank you guys for watching. And please visit freethinker.tv. That's a collection of all the podcasts. And also tiffscomedy.com, so you can get tickets to the comedy shows at the Dojo of Comedy in Morris Plains. Why can I not say that right? All right, later.